broadcasting live from somewhere in the great upper Midwest and beaming directly to you worldwide. This is Night Talks Radio.
This is Chris from the White House, and you're listening to Night Talks Radio. Stay tuned. They're going to be playing our new song called Fly Away. The song's released May 10th, 2023 at midnight. You can find it on all the platforms. All right, now back to the show. Let's go.
get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Now Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm back. Cheers to my past, I'm doing great now, just in case they ask. In the booth and I lay it down, I might take a nap. And they thought I was playing around, I was up like my tax. Living fast, over limit on the freeway, hope no cops pass. Had to dip off for a minute, yeah that's my bad. But I can't stay for too long, I gotta go. I grab my bag and hit the dash, yeah adios. I drop the clutch and slam the gas, and it's vamonos. If you're not first and you're in last, Ricky Bobby quote, you gotta know. Work hard, get dough.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes so I don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for
Saturday night, NTRN Daily Special Edition. As always, alongside me, my co-host, the beautiful Jennifer Gregerson. How are you doing tonight, Jennifer?
Oh, I'm okay, I guess. My back is killing me, but that's all.
Your back is killing you. Why is your back killing you? What happened to you today?
I don't know for sure. I mean, I don't know what it is. I just know that every day, I struggle with back pain and I can't get the surgery because my insurance has denied it 3 times.
Yeah, and, like if you were like a crackhead on the street or something, like you'd get approved immediately.
Right. They say it's not serious enough.
Not serious enough. So they apparently are you. They know your feelings 24/7. They experience your life. The movements that you do, walking up and down stairs, driving the vehicle, just walking, period, in some cases that I've seen. They know enough of all that they know that the seriousness of the surgery is not that serious.
Yep. Apparently I have to be crippled in order to get it.
Crippled. Mm-hmm. So you have to be super damaged for them to do the surgery, which will probably leave you super damaged anyway to begin with.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous, But, if I wanted to go get transgender surgery, that would be okay.
Oh, that would be totally covered.
Yeah.
Especially here in the state of Minnesota, you would be covered.
Which I don't want to because
thank God, because the wedding would be off. By the way, August 4th, everybody, wedding off. If you decide to plug a penis in there.
No.
Okay, thank God. All right, wedding's still on. You're living. We've been talking about this stuff the past few days. We've had 2 days off. We had some thinking to do. We had to do some brainstorming.
Yes.
But, so much of this stuff, we don't just come on the radio and start talking about this, like, right up our assholes, like Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura. We talk about this stuff, outside of the radio as well, and how pathetic everything is, like the surgeries and things like that, and transgender and all this other stuff. The people that are in real pain, I think one of the things that came up between you and I were the discussion about people that are in real pain, let's say, do actual real work,
Yeah.
say for the DOT, and, they're in real pain, as you get older. Naturally, you're going to have pain issues no matter what you do. Doesn't matter what vitamin you take or what therapy you deal with. You're still going to have pain no matter what you do. So you're going to either have a surgery. In some cases, that might not be possible. And number two, if you were to have that surgery, you would be out of work for upwards to 6 to maybe even a year, 6 months to a year, which is just unacceptable nowadays because we have the Biden regime.
Right. Right.
It might be different when Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis, gets in office in 2024, early 2025, but for right now, those things are just impossible. You have to rely on pain medicine, and I'm not talking about fucking Tylenol, for fuck's sakes. Doctors out there are so fucking afraid to prescribe you anything for being sued, by insurance companies or, whoever the fuck they're afraid of. It really baffles me. I mean, you have to get on your hands and knees now when you're truly in pain to ask your own doctor of nearly 7 to 8 years, your PCP, may I please, sir, like Oliver the fucking movie, have a fucking painkiller, okay? Because fucking, 10 Tylenol a fucking day ain't cutting it. Okay, that's sort of the situation I'm in right now. You shouldn't be afraid to have to talk to your primary doctor about medication and how you feel.
No.
Okay, let's put it that way. I know you've experienced a lot of that shit as well, Jen. That's why I try to talk on your behalf as well, because these doctors just don't fucking get it. There is one individual that does,
but get you out of there,
Yeah, they want you in and out. There's money to be made, patients to be seen. Most of them now have
maybe quotas to be met.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of them now have. They really truly believe that you're simply in there. At least 90% of us are in there just to get pain medication. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. Even if it shows up on tests, say x-rays or things like that, unless you have a fucking bone sticking out of your fucking thigh, you're not getting shit. And I think that's absolutely fucking horrible. They tell you to take Tylenol, and you just want to fucking slap them in the face a few fucking times and be like, hey, this is 2023, fucking asshole. By the way, it's not the mid-fucking 90s here, okay? Just take 2 of these little fucking pills and you'll be good for fucking 8 hours. You could shove that right up your fucking ass. Nowadays, we need real fucking shit, real painkillers, okay? These dipshits, the ones, number one, that abuse the medication and sell them, like the fentanyl and things like that, really fucked it up for people that really need medical help in terms of pain killing. And then this was put in place really by the Drug Enforcement Agency and the FBI, in the mid 90s into the 2000s, and then they realized, oh shit, we fucked up, because people that were doing just fine on their medication, taking it right, doing exactly like they were told, were having their medication stripped of them. Cold fucking turkey.
Yep.
And to most of you out there in the audience, I don't need to explain what quitting something like a painkiller is cold turkey. It's a living fucking nightmare for a week to 2 weeks, depending on the painkiller type and things of that nature. But yeah, they were just stripping people of these medications. And it's absolutely wrong. And, of course, now I thoroughly believe there is an agenda behind everything. You cannot tell me that there's not anymore, especially with the release of these top secret documents. If something is happening, there is a specific reason it's happening.
Yeah.
So, and going back to the very beginning of the show, this is why you can't get your back surgery, because according to them, your pain is not bad enough to you.
Right. Exactly.
So, unless they have magical powers, unless we're playing a game of fucking D&D and you're a fucking mage, how the fuck do they know how you feel?
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to go on blast for a few minutes with that. How some doctors are still in the norm, and other doctors just refuse to even speak of it, as if the word itself is some sort of horrible thing and you'll be hauled into court immediately by whoever, whether it be the company or you or your fucking mom or your fucking cat. I don't fucking know. So, yeah. I don't know. This whole subject pisses me off with a lot of other stuff. It's kind of unusual, because I don't really get pissed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Say, Daniel, what is that you're drinking?
Well, I just so happen to be drinking a drink called BioSteel. Plug. It's a sports hydration drink. This one happens to be Rainbow Twist. It's 16.7 fluid ounces. Let's see. Clean, healthy hydration. Sugar-free.
Huh?
Let's see here. Has some calcium in it. Has magnesium. Has potassium as well.
Very good.
The reason why I wanted to check it out and start drinking some of it is because, of course, we watch the National Hockey League playoffs. Plug, NHL, by the way. I've noticed that every single player that is hopping back onto the bench immediately goes for one of these bottles that say BioSteel. And I've noticed that Gatorade or Powerade or anything like that, even plain water, are just completely out of the picture, and it's been all this BioSteel. So I thought we'd give it a try, and I know that I like it. I think it's wonderful. As a matter of fact, I may start substituting this with Powerade, the Gatorade that I for the most part take. I think I'm going to start being a BioSteel drinker. Pluggity plug.
The only thing about it, to me, I can taste. It tastes very sugary to me.
It's the, you know what it is?
No
it's
sugar.
the stevia.
Yeah, and I think
it.
that's what it is. I'm not used to the stevia, so.
But that's what give it. It tastes. It tastes really, really good. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. You'll have to get one yourself out there if you want to experience the taste of BioSteel. Plug, and I think it's great. So looking at the side here again, 0 sugar, essential electrolytes, no preservatives, recyclable, plant-based cap. Okay. And made from renewable materials. So it even satisfies the fucking liberals and leftists. How about that?
Right?
Something that we can share together. And this is about it. This
awesome.
Fucking container. How about that?
Yep.
Okay. I've done my majority first hour bitching. What do you got on slate, Jennifer G?
Well, I do have, I'm going to embrace our audience or our listeners with an opening
Give a big
poem
old hug.
But it is not an opening poem from the Black Book this time. It is another poem that I have written.
Oh, before you start,
Yes.
just real big. So the first song that we played to open tonight's special Saturday night NTRN Daily
Yes.
was by the White House, okay?
Ooh, yes.
It's called Fly Away.
Very good song.
I absolutely fucking love the song. I talked to the singer a couple days ago, and I explained to him that, I mean, it really matched what I was going through, even you in some aspects, and the originality to it, and the memories, and just how I feel it can be played at a bonfire on a starry night in the summer, hanging out, talking to your friends, and just having a good old time, you know.
Like our wedding?
Like our wedding's going to be. Apparently there's going to be a giant old bonfire afterwards. But no, a spectacular song. It will be released on May 10th, okay? May 10th. Don't worry, folks. We'll be playing it plenty more times for you throughout the shows up until May 10th and after May 10th. So
Yes.
just keep that in mind. The White House Fly Away due out May 10th, but hear it first right here on NTRN Daily and NTRN Live.
Yes,
Okay, go ahead, Jennifer.
I agree.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No
but I had to
problem.
give that big time shout out to my boy Chris.
Yes. Good job, Chris. Very good song.
You are very talented musically,
Yes.
okay?
All right. So here is the poem that I have written. It's called A Place.
A place.
Now, it may seem a little dark kind of at first again, you know,
Probably.
but you just got to understand where I'm coming from. It's a lot to do with what is going on in the world today.
Oh, okay, so you written this one as well?
I did
Okay.
write this one, yes.
Okay.
So no poem from the Black Book tonight.
Okay, Black Book is put away. All right.
I sit here in this cold room that changes day by day. I think to myself, do I just stay or do I just run away? To a new place where there are silver butterflies, full of laughter and no more lies. A place where you can be young again. A place where it all began. Where you can be free and stand tall. Where you can never be alone or afraid to fall. A place where you can shine with all your might. A place where people no longer fight. Where you don't have to be in the dark and worry. Where you can play like a child in the park and you don't have to hurry. Where things are never out of place and you will never be scared to show your face. This is a place where no sorrow, or a place where no one knows sorrow, a place where there is a beautiful tomorrow. This is my escape. This is my magical place, where unicorns fly, animals talk, sunshine shines, happiness and love is all around. It's a place with a cute town, where you can walk and see a white dove, where you can run through the hills, the meadows, and sit down by the trees and the vines. But most of all, where you can clear your mind and float down the streams. A place that is warm and can change day by day. A place where I can run away. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. It only happens in my dreams every day.
Like, you're not going to leave me, are you?
No. Why?
No, that was pretty deep. That was good.
Yeah.
I mean, you have multiple talents as well. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I used to write poems in high school and stuff, and then I kind of went away from it, and then I kind of came back to it, and...
Well, I hope to God that you're saving these poems somewhere so that you have them and you don't lose them.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I
Okay.
save them at the end of every show.
Very, very good.
All right, so
What else do
who
you got
wants
for
to hear
us?
the horoscopes for tomorrow?
That would be Sunday then?
Yeah, well,
Well,
yes,
it would
Sunday.
be today.
Technically today, yes. Okay.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Aries.
Can we do it? Yes. How you doing?
In the weeks ahead, you will find more joy in your family and home life, or enjoy more entertainment and pleasurable energy in your domestic world. You are a little more protective with your heart, so tend to stick to familiar and secure rather than venture out with your heart on the sleeve. Some hastency and caution with love and pursuit of pleasure and money are standard, and real estate matters can be favorable. Tonight, aim to focus on ways to improve things as you advance and work on your future goals.
Hey, again, matches up perfectly with what's going on.
Taurus.
For Taurus.
You are moving into a curious and chatter phase. You will bring special charm and diplomacy, to your communications.
Firing number 1.
You'll be taking more pleasure in your daily affairs, connecting with friends, exploring mental interests and topics, and learning new things in the months ahead. Today, pre-existing problems with your home life may start to interfere with your work. If people have been overstepping their bounds, you can get really frustrated. Later tonight, new events will help you work on any new adjustments that need to be done.
All right.
Gemini. You're in a good position
like
to enjoy yourself without self-consciousness today. The focus is on building, settling in, and getting comfortable. Love is more about security and comfort, and affection stabilize as you value simpler pleasures. Getting along well with others can be one way to boost your business or income, and relationships already in place can benefit from steadier energy. Steady your emotions in the weeks ahead. It also stimulates your practical eye and sense of balance. And tonight, aim to learn from your trigger points if you're feeling resentful.
Don't feel resentful.
No. Cancer. In the month ahead, you will be expressive and sure of your needs and affections. People will appreciate your style and the traits you express naturally. You will put a lot of focus on pleasure and love. And it's a pleasant, attention-getting cycle when you're more inclined to spend extra time on yourself and your wishes and needs. This afternoon, money matters and questions of ownership can be tricky, needing delicate handling. Alternatively, there can be doubts about a person in your life or an uncomfortable decision. Tonight, make adjustments to plan. Oops, hold on. What was that?
What did you do?
To plan.
What did you do?
No, make adjustments to plans now for best results. It's just cut off there.
Yeah, okay. Good save for the audience.
Leo, you'll be inclined to explore your feelings by easing up on analyzing them today. It can be a beautiful period to enjoy some downtime as well. There can be some mystery to your love life, feelings, and affections in the weeks ahead.
Ew.
And this afternoon,
Really?
You might aim to release old or outdated attitudes and clear space so that new experiences can come to life. Tonight, try to relax.
Leo.
Virgo.
Virgo.
That's me, Virgo.
All right, what's going on with you?
Well, you will need to build up strength within yourself today. It's a good idea to give stronger attention to your personal life and attend to your inner world as well.
It's Sunday, a day of rest.
At work, you're in an excellent position to understand your needs and feelings, as well to see what others need from you more clearly. Your improved relationship with yourself can ultimately benefit many different life departments, including your relationships. Later today, you will come out of your shell and have the desire to express yourself. While the mood is playful and pleasant, a tendency towards excess may need managing. So tonight, practice meditation and some new exercise skills.
All right, rock it on, man.
Yeah.
I'll help you out, man. Get some exercise going on.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
You know what?
Last time you did that to me,
what?
I couldn't walk for like 2 days. And no, it was not in the bedroom,
that was after
guys.
we had
sex.
sex.
No, it was not.
Oh, okay.
No.
You know what? Our exercise.
It was whatever they make you do for the railroad training.
It will be. Our exercise tomorrow will be
air hockey.
Air hockey.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
All night.
I'll get some exercising.
I gotta throw up some of the air hockey pictures. My freaking daughter, turning 5 on the 24th, almost beat me.
Yeah, she beat me a couple of times.
I was up 8-6, and you have to get 9 to win.
Yeah.
And she freaking came back. She tied me up 8-8, and on a fluke goal, they had to go to Toronto for review on this one.
Oh my goodness!
She beat, or I beat her 9-8, just barely, and she beat you.
Yeah.
She
but
beat
Dad,
you in
don't you know
game
you
1.
got to ease up a little bit, on the little ones,
Oh, it's not if she was like a normal. Yeah, she's like super smart and intelligent. She knows exactly what she's doing.
She knows how to play chess.
She picks her shots. Oh my God, she knows how to play chess. Like I mean,
wow.
She had me on the ropes.
Yeah.
A couple. This was like a week ago.
Yep.
And I couldn't believe it. And she was just making like stellar moves. Like I was like, "Are you fucking Spock?" Or I mean, like, what the hell are you? And I mean, it was just insane. Like, I did not teach her how to play chess. Like, did you teach her how to play chess?
No, she teaches herself all this stuff.
So I'm just like blown away, and now it's this whole table hockey thing, and she's like, "Oh well, let her win." It's like, no, like I'm really freaking trying here. Like she is defeating me. Like, you know what I mean? So it's not a case where let your child win. No, she is out to whoop your ass. And there is no let her win, because then she will win for sure. Like if you're not playing defense,
and she's got the attitude too when she wins. She's
I
won. I won.
I mean, she is just doing she is happy as a lark, man. Fist pumping her teammates, all kinds of stuff.
All right. Libra, today you will enjoy your work and responsibilities, and there could even be social or romantic opportunities through business or formal functions as well. You will bring a friendlier manner to your professional and public dealings. Excuse me. This afternoon is a good time for a reputation boost or more pleasant connections. You might also enjoy setting goals for yourself. Mm-hmm. A special achievement or an increased desire to perform and excel will develop strongly. And tonight, spend some time with your loved ones.
Okay.
I was swallowing. I had just taken a drink.
I see.
Yes.
Now. It explains all.
I get dry throat sometimes from reading all these horoscopes,
You got so much reading to do and such. Scorpio.
Scorpio, Kimmy and Karen.
Kimmy, I hope Kimmy's listening.
I don't think she is. I think she's sleeping.
Well, that's bullshit.
Well, she'll wake up and listen tomorrow.
You better listen to us tomorrow. There's going to be some explaining to do.
Someone will inspire you, and you will enjoy pleasant, mind-expanding experiences today.
Hey, the way you said that, you were like...
You might become inspired by a loved one, and someone might awaken a new perspective or way of thinking in you as well. As the day goes on, a cosmic climate will bring desired situations
Nobody
your
get
way.
near Orleans, Ontario, because the weather's gonna be hot and steamy, 120 degrees.
Yeah,
Watch
right.
out, y'all.
Sharing new ideas and beliefs will prove to be rewarding in the weeks ahead. This afternoon, interactions can stimulate intense feelings. And something or someone might remind you of issues you'd prefer to forget.
To forget.
Even so, this gives you the chance to face and deal with sticky feelings. And
Did you say
tonight,
sticky?
Sticky feelings, yes.
Sticky feelings.
Yes, tonight, meditate and relax.
Ooh, I don't know what to say about that one now. At first, I thought it was going to be a hot, steamy night out there in Ontario.
No,
but,
as long as somebody doesn't bring up anything from the past or any issues that they tend to want to forget, they'll be okay.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I'm hoping for, the hot, steamy night.
Yeah. Sagittarius. Today is strong for understanding your own deeper side and your innermost desires and motivations. Throughout the day, old resentments may emerge. There is a strong need for intimacy and a desire to control things, and these two things don't go well together. So aim to avoid overanalyzing, which can take you to frustrating places. Tonight,
Frustrationville.
look for ways to learn from your resentment or anger. Ooh.
Okay.
Sagittarius might be a little angry today. All right, Capricorn. You will be in fine shape with close connections today. It's also healthy for attracting and enhancing new close relationships. Throughout the day, you will be more open to others' needs and agendas. And it may not be the ideal time to tackle deep issues, but it is a great, pleasant interaction at work. In the weeks ahead, you might often find yourself in the position of a peacemaker or mediator as your need for companionship increases.
Mm-hmm.
However, this afternoon, your feelings can be overwhelming and challenging to understand. People may even give off confusing or mixed signals.
Oh, don't you hate that?
It's better to accept that things are temporarily out of sync right now and avoid jumping to conclusions. As for tonight, ground yourself to clear your mind, take a bath, and relax.
So what you're saying, things are not in sync.
Nope, things are going to be out of sync today.
It's gonna be me. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Aquarius. Today will bring harmony to your daily affairs or work. It will also be a great time for increased social opportunities through work, chores, daily routines, and your health. As the day goes on, you will be all about enjoying and taking care of your everyday life. This afternoon, a cosmic energy will manifest, a creative energy that will help you towards your future goals. And tonight, watch a movie and relax with your family.
That's not bad.
So that's a pretty good one.
That's not bad. You know what?
Aquarius has got a pretty good one.
Throw some popcorn in there.
Yeah.
Pop Secret movie theater butter popcorn.
Yeah.
Plug.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe
have a good
watch
time.
the new Scream movie.
Plug. Scream 6. Yeah, absolutely outstanding. Probably up there with my top 3. Obviously, Scream 1 and 2 are in that order.
Quite a twist. Quite a twist.
Quite a twist, and I mean, it's not really a spoiler. I don't have to worry about it.
Can't wait for the next one.
Everybody knows that there's going to be a part 7. It's only there has not been a set release date, only because of the simple fact that Jenna Ortega and those guys are now in high demand, so they're making other flicks in series and things like that. So no doubt the next Scream installment of the franchise, like I said, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but it will definitely be 2024.
Yeah.
Okay. It might be later in the year.
Yeah.
But it will be 2024.
Might be summer of 2024.
Yeah. So.
Seems like summertime is when it kind of kicks off, those Scream movies seem to kick off a little bit more, somewhere around there.
You're actually completely wrong. Scream has never released in the summer.
No,
although
but those kind
they
of
have,
movies seem to kick off around close to summertime. So
well, good. Are you saying good movies?
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
spring to summer is when all those
Right.
good
But
horror, suspense movies and
see,
all
but
that stuff start
Scream
kicking off.
is not like the other. Scream, by the way, the biggest money-grossing franchise now in all of history. All of history. So,
Wow, even Star Wars?
horror.
Passes?
Horror.
Oh, horror. Okay, horror. Yeah.
Okay. But I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, if you're gonna, I'm gonna say, if you're, say, going to have a Scream every year, okay, why not do it the first week of October every year, or closer to Halloween?
Yeah.
Okay, because
But
these
see,
release dates,
that also takes
I know are hard to
away
get
from
and
the
schedule
Halloween
sometimes.
Shows too.
What was that?
That also takes away from the Halloween shows that are already on regular TV too, though.
Right, but you seem like that would be the proper time. And of course, you don't have control over the bigger budget movies and this and that.
Right.
And sometimes you come out with a date that doesn't make any sense.
But maybe that's the way they want it.
It's maybe,
I don't
possibly, but it just seems like even with Nev, it seems like Scream just deserves more in times of release and stuff like that. So, don't forget. Just a small tweaking of, a contract, and Campbell's back. Mm-hmm. It could change the whole kit and caboodle. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. No
I'm
more
done.
spoilers or anything.
Yeah, I'm not. I get so close to doing spoilers. I
Yeah,
don't
you
even
do.
mean it.
I gotta stop you there.
Badass movie. You got to see it. But
Yeah.
I'm done with spoilers.
Pisces.
But the killer is.
Hey.
No, I'm just playing.
Pisces. Your natural charm will shine through and matters related to love, entertainment, leisure, creativity, and children are favored today.
Somebody's getting pregnant.
This will awaken your desire to explore fun interests and hobbies. Today, however, there may also be some friction due to heightened sensitivity or touchiness. Touchiness. If others are pushing your buttons, try to
Fondling.
keep a cool head. No. If others are pushing your buttons, try to keep a cool head. So touchiness,
A cool head.
Yeah.
A cool head.
This afternoon is a wise to acknowledge
Naughty.
your insecurities and fears, and later tonight a creative vibe will manifest that will help you in some new future plans.
Manifest June 2nd. Can't
Yes.
freaking wait.
Where's the plug on that one?
See, that's not really. Well, I guess that could be a plug.
It can be a plug.
Yeah, you know what? NBC plug.
All
Netflix
right. So here comes the astronomical news. Artemis 2 astronaut Jeremy Hansen carries the Canadian flag at the coronation of King Charles. All right.
Pretty cool.
So he will be flying a mission specialist aboard Artemis 2, the
To which the
upcoming
Grim Reaper was at, by the way.
10-day mission to the moon, expected to launch late next year, which we will talk about that one in just a moment, when it comes to
what
news.
What the fuck did he just say?
Daniel, wait until news.
Go ahead. It's all right. It's us.
Artemis 2 will be the first space flight
Dr. Artemis.
for the former Royal Canadian Air Force fighter
Artemis.
pilot. So Hansen posted in a statement to his Twitter, expressing his gratitude to be chosen to such a historic occasion. It's an honor to have been asked to carry the Canadian flag for the coronation of His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen Consort.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Consort.
Regardless of all the negative things.
Then
it's still pretty
he
cool.
goes on and he talks to, he told Space.com shortly after being named to go to the Artemis 2 moon crew. It was so awesome to see NASA, the United States, showcasing Canada as part of this mission. It's not as a gift, but because we bring real value. I feel a great sense of pride for Canada.
Yeah, you know what? Canada kicks ass.
So that's pretty interesting.
Oh, Canada.
All right, so Samuel Durance, astronaut who flew with the telescope he built, dies at 79.
Oh, cool, man.
So he basically flew with the Space Shuttle Challenger.
Oh, he was on the Challenger, huh?
And he has died at the age of 79.
Wait a second.
He died quietly today, surrounded by family after a long struggle with dementia and Parkinson's disease.
Oh, he flew on the Challenger.
He was the first non-career astronaut to fly with NASA after the loss of the Space Shuttle Challenger. Sorry. So he flew after the loss of the Challenger. Okay.
Understood.
He spent his final days in hospice care. In Florida, his family said, but he was a true scientist to the end and beyond because Sam asked that his body be donated to support the ongoing medical research associated with astronauts who have flown in space.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Durance was chosen to train and fly as a payload specialist due to his work as a co-investor for the Hopkins ultraviolet telescope. Okay. With the STS-61E crew on the Space Shuttle Columbia in March of 1986. That's what it was. The Challenger tragedy, though, delayed the flight, and the Durance finally lifted off on December 2nd of 1990.
Yeah.
During that time, he conducted 231 observations of 130 celestial objects over a 143-hour period, achieving about 70% of the mission's objectives.
All right.
So rest in peace, Samuel.
Absolutely.
All right, here's an interesting thing.
What you got?
4 of Uranus's 5 icy moons are likely contain a thin layer of briny or otherwise enriched water.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Astronomers have conducted from the Voyager 2 data.
Yeah.
So a new paper reanalyzing Voyager observations suggests that 4 of the Uranus 5 icy satellites also host oceans. Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, is that what it is, or what is it?
It's just funny listening to you try to say these names. All right, go ahead. Where are you at?
Is that Titania?
Titania, yeah.
Titania, sorry. And
Oberon.
Okay, sorry.
There you go.
All right.
Hey, you did it.
The ocean, you helped me. Thank you so much.
The more you know.
The oceans are desperately thin, less than 30 kilometers or 20 miles thick inside Ariel and Umbriel. Okay? Both of which are about 1,000 kilometers across.
Yeah.
Okay? Less than 50 kilometers thick with, what's the word again?
Where are we at?
Titania?
Titania.
Titania and Oberon?
Think like Titanic. Except Titania.
Yeah, okay.
See, there you go. I'm very learned, everybody.
Very, very good. So if the oceans exist, there would be left over from much larger liquid layers that formed when the moons first formed. Okay? The remnant liquid would be snuggled close to the waning heat of the moon's rocky cores, okay? Mm-hmm. But it does say they'd be extremely hyper-concentrated with whatever dissolved materials help to lower the temperature at which the water would otherwise freeze, okay?
Right.
So a salty ocean would be detectable from a spacecraft equipped with a magnetometer.
Okay. Magnetometer?
No.
No? What? Where?
Magnetometer.
Magnetometer. Yeah.
Oh, magnetometer?
Yeah, that's right.
Where do they come up with these weird names?
Yes.
Wherein
Words. Who needs words?
ammonia, water, ocean
Rouds.
would not. The only way to know this for sure is to visit them. So maybe that'll be the next mission.
Let me cut in real
Go
quick
ahead.
there. We got about 6 minutes till break time anyway. Real quick, I'll have more sports for you later in the broadcast, but let's hit up some NHL to kick things off for NTRN Daily Spouts.
Ooh.
One game was played last night, Saturday night.
Only
Hockey
one game, huh?
night in Canada. That's right. Yeah, only one game. Kind of unusual, huh? We were used to, I think,
Several.
3 a night there for a
Yeah.
while in that first round. But it was the Edmonton Oilers on the road still in Vegas. They pull it off and knot up the series at 1 with a 5-1 victory. Today, we talked about 3, the magic of 3. Third time's a charm, whatever have you. 3's a crowd.
Yeah.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Game 1, 2:30 this afternoon. Carolina, leading the series 2 games to none, will take on the Devils in East Rutherford. Then we got Game 2 of the day, which is going to be spectacular. I cannot wait to watch this one. The Panthers on home ice taking on the Maple Leafs. And folks, I'm going to say this. People in Ontario and Toronto, don't freak out. Okay? Don't call on the show bitching and screaming and cussing and all this other stuff, okay? I didn't do it. I'm not the Florida Panthers, okay? But the Panthers lead that series 2 games to none. There is a potential that this series ain't going back to Toronto, folks.
Oh, boy.
The Panthers could sweep the Maple Leafs.
Oof.
I'm just putting it out there. Okay, I know some friends out there, Chris, the White House, others, other people. Brad, don't worry. Don't worry. I truly feel that you guys are going to take 2 on their home ice as well. And we'll be a 2-2 series heading back to Toronto. Okay? So don't kill the messenger again. It's just NTRN Sports. I'm just telling you the possibilities, okay? Florida's dominating Toronto right now. But that could all change, all right? Don't worry about it. How's New York State? Don't worry about it, all right? Game 3 of the night of the triple Sunday header. It's going to be those fucking Kraken beating my Avalanche. Seattle heads home. They will host the Dallas Stars for Game 3. That series is tied up at a game apiece. That will be an 8:30 start. That is NTRN Spouts NHL edition. We'll be back with more Spouts in the coming hours. What else you got?
Well, I do have things that are associated with your zodiac, but it's probably going to take us over break. But I'm going to go ahead and start.
You got 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to
take
take us a little bit over break, but I'm going to start.
No, it's not going over break. You're going to stop at 3 minutes.
And then I'll come back. Okay.
That's right. There
All
you
right.
go. You're
Okay.
learning ready. Okay, good. I don't have to fire you.
All right. So your fairy tales associated with your zodiac. This is interesting. Aries.
Fairy tales.
In the major...
Wait, this is for Aries?
Yeah.
Wait, fairy tales associated... Okay, I'm here.
In the major arcana of the tarot, okay, in the tarot cards. Okay. Aries is associated with the Tower card.
Okay.
So in terms of physical form, it is the sign that rules the head and the hair. Okay? So in the story of Rapunzel, the beautiful girl is condemned to the tower with little more than her hair for company.
Okay.
So that is why Aries, your fairy tale is Rapunzel. Because you are ruled by Mars, and at their best embody of the archetype, which we talked about before, you are a fearless hero and reckless romantic.
Okay. So basically, like, I'm the badass mofo that saves, like, chicks in castles and whatnot.
No.
No. What are you trying to say?
Rapunzel got stuck in the tower
Yeah,
and
I know.
had
She
to be
gets stuck in the tower. She
saved.
got put in the tower. She's got long hair and shit. And she's beautiful. You even got down yourself, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like the reckless, renegade fucking romantic dude. And a fucking hero to top that off. So I'm pretty badass. I save her. That's what I do. So, like, I'm pretty badass then, right?
Yes. There you go.
Oh, okay. Let's
just put
That's
it
all
that
I
way.
need to
All
know.
right. Taurus.
All right.
Yours
Everybody,
is
Aries is badass. Me, badass. All right, go ahead.
Taurus, Beauty and the Beast. Taurus ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and valuables. Hindress at heart. So Taurus folk.
Let me see. What'd you say?
Hinderness at heart. Hendonness.
Yes.
Yes, at heart.
Okay, yes.
Taurus folk are built to indulge and run the risk of equating good looks with strong character and ugliness with deficiency. So that's why Beauty and the Beast is a good fairy tale for them. Gemini. Rumpelstiltskin. Clever, curious, aces at wordplay, smart enough to get someone else to do their work. Okay. Prone to
Excalibur?
No.
Exaggerations?
Exaggerations? God, that's so weird. And breaking plans.
I know,
and
it's
promises.
so weird because you can read so
Much alliance between the story of Rumpelstiltskin and the air sign. So Gemini, symbolized by the mortal and immortal twins Castor and Pollux, represent the dual nature in all things and all people. That is why Rumpelstiltskin is similar to Gemini.
Okay, well, that sounds so super pleasing. I can't wait to hear more of fairy tales associated with your zodiac. But coming up, we have more news and more updates, all kinds of crazy, wacky shenanigans and things of the sort. This is a special Saturday night edition of NTRN Daily. We'll be right back.
We've been on and off, in and out, up and down too many times. Now it's time. Show me what you got. Some say that it's the little things. I say that it's a big old ring. Anything to hear you say me feel like you used to back then. I'm feeling our history so close I can touch it. I just can't stop thinking about us way back when. Making out in my room, nobody had a clue. Sneaking out past curfew, we were only 17. Didn't say I love you, but we knew it was true. To this day I still do love you like I'm 17. Still love you like I'm 17. Still love you like I'm 17.
Yeah, you got me thinking. Oh, you got me thinking out loud. You kept me waiting, waiting for the next time around. My heart is beating faster than the beat of a drum. Oh, we're all excited, just waiting for the night to come. I'm getting ready, ready 'cause we're second tonight. Oh, won't you come a little closer? When you got what you need, when you hurt, you still bleed. Well, it's time that you come down. Without love, when you're down on your luck, you can make it. Without love, we all fall hard. Oh, you got me spinning, spinning.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
When you're down on your luck, you can make it. Without love, we all fall hard. You got me waiting, yeah. You got me waiting for it.
SATURDAY night, folks. That's right, a special edition of NTRN Daily Saturday night with me, your host, Daniel Brewer, and of course, the wonderful co-host herself, Jennifer Gregerson. How are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
Hanging in there, man. Woo! Like a surfer from the 80s. You know what I'm talking about? Spud McKenzie and everything. Except, was Spud McKenzie, was he Budweiser?
I don't remember.
Because then if he was, then fuck Spud McKenzie.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just putting that out there. Okay. You got fairy tales and such, and whatnot.
I do.
And stuff. So why don't you go ahead and continue with your fairy tales?
All right. So Cancer.
Woo!
Cancer is a Cinderella. So they have Cancer is the house of roots, home and
House of Roots?
ancestry, and is governed by the moon. Okay, so it represents the divine feminine and the archetype of the mother, okay, in kind variants of the Cinderella story, which is among the oldest and most universal of all fairy tales, okay. So it includes both the wicked stepmother and a magical mother, so that is why Cancer is associated with that. So as a precursor to the fairy godmother character, some versions see Cinderella aided by an animal incarnation of her dead mom and or an enchanted tree that grows from her grave. In all these tellings, the common thread is the maternal legacy and the reverence for the magic born from it, is why they're saying that Cancer is associated with it.
I'm going to go ahead and say fuck yeah.
All right, so Leo. Leo's the Frog Prince. The power...
The Frog Prince.
Yes, the Frog Prince fairy tale. I don't remember that one, but...
I do.
Do you?
It's not as popular as
okay.
all the other fairy tales when we were without age for fairy tales. But it was a fairy tale.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
okay. So, the power color of Leo is gold, and this story begins when a princess loses her gilded ball in the woodland pond.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Leo is
She's getting her ass
questionable,
beat.
but the most regal sign in the zodiac, and the one that expects to be recognized as such. So, in respect to the frog, and how Leo is all, associated with it, is because the frog demands the royal treatment, pillows, and a place at the table, if you please, type thing. So they want, to be respected and recognized, as such.
Right,
just
right.
like Leo
I mean,
likes
everybody
to be
does, right?
recognized and such.
Be recognized.
So.
Check me out. Look at me.
Yeah, so
Look at my
that's why
penis.
Leo falls in good there. Now, Virgo in terms of physical body, and this is so true because this would explain a lot of issues that I have with my body, with the stomach and everything like that. But
I know why that's happening, but go ahead.
Rules the bowels in the same version of this fairy tale. So one fair little red is swallowed whole by the later cut
Fair Little Red? What do you mean?
From the belly of the hungry wolf, Little Red Riding Hood, okay?
Fair Little Red Riding Hood,
Yeah,
you mean?
Little Red Riding Hood,
okay.
yep.
All right.
So
You didn't put
in the major arcana of the tarot, Virgo is associated with the Hermit card, which features a hooded figure that holds the lantern of enlightenment, okay?
Okay.
So if we view the tale of Little Red Riding Hood as one of the retreat, intonation, and consciousness through trial, she is the hooded feminine hermit.
Okay.
And a
There
force
we
for
go.
awakening.
Transsexual as well. Go ahead.
So that is why Virgo is. Okay, so Libra. Libra's the prince and the pea. The princess and the pea. Have
Prince
you
and the
heard of that one? The
pea?
princess and the pea?
Now I can
Princess
honestly
and
say
the
I
Pea.
haven't heard The Princess and the Pea.
That's actually
I'm
really
assuming we're talking
interesting.
about the
That's
vegetable.
that's like one of my favorite.
And this isn't
favorite
like
fairy
a
tale
water
books.
games porn.
No, okay, so
Okay.
what it is basically is, okay, so Libra is a sign of scales and balances and represents the seventh house of partnership.
What?
Okay?
Jesus Christ, this is a kid's fairy tale?
So the Princess and the Pea is a tale of a mama's boy prince, okay, who searches for his true love or whatever suitable wife, okay? And on a rainy eve, the princess comes knocking on the castle door, right? Okay? So Libra is the natural host, so this is why this fits in too as well, okay? So what the story basically is that the queen wants to know if she's fit enough for her son. Okay, if she's truly a princess. And
Right.
she's like, if you're truly a princess, then you will be able to sleep with this pea underneath your bed, and you'll be able to sleep comfortably. It's really weird. But
Somebody's going to come and piss underneath your pillow.
No, pea. It's a green pea. It's a vegetable pea.
It's green pea
whatever.
at that. They need to go
But
to the doctor
if
immediately.
as you're moving around and stuff, and the pea comes off of the bed,
Right.
then you're not truly a princess because you can't balance it.
She's not
Yes.
a princess.
Right.
So this goes underneath her pillow?
Yes, but the thing...
Kinda
no,
like a
it goes
tooth?
underneath her bed, but the thing is...
It goes underneath her
the
bed.
queen stacks that bed multiple times with multiple mattresses
Okay.
to try and get the shift to fall off balance,
Okay.
to try and trick her. But it
I
turns
see.
out that through the whole thing, she is not able to move that pea. It still balances in place, so it shows that she's truly the princess and she gets to marry her son. So,
This is wild stuff,
interesting.
man.
So, Scorpio, Kimmy and Karen's Sleeping Beauty is your fairy tale because it invokes all three
Sleeping
of
Beauty.
these themes. So, you are a house of sex, death, and regeneration.
Wow.
A curse is put on the newborn babe. So it's
God.
set to intact itself when she crosses the teenage threshold of sexual maturity. By the fairy dust, death becomes a century of sleep that can only be cured by a mouth kiss from the night suitor and the right suitor. So, a hex and Aurora's awakening will well suited to the tides of this fixed water sign. So therefore, that's why Scorpio fits into the Sleeping Beauty.
I don't know what to say about that one.
It's kind of deep, huh?
That's pretty deep. And it's
All right.
about Kimmy and them, too. So
Sagittarius. Sagittarius is Jack and the Beanstalk.
Hey,
Sagittarius
Jack
is
and the
good time
Beanstalk.
rolling, dice throwing, dicey decisions, all right? So Jack and the Beanstalk, we all know how that is. He takes a gamble, and stuff. He's supposed to go and, get a cow or something like that. Instead, he gets these magical beans, right? And he
Yeah.
ends up growing this beanstalk in the back of his yard. He goes up, he meets his giant, he falls with, the giant falls to
Are
his
there magical
death
beans, by the way?
after chasing
Because
him.
if there's magical beans, please send them to
Yeah,
Talks
right?
Radio,
I know.
Ridley Falls, Minnesota.
But anyways, he goes up there anyway. The giant falls down and stuff to his death, and he gets this magical goose that gives golden
Oh, that's
eggs,
right. He gets
so-
shits fucking
Yeah.
golden eggs.
Yeah, so, I mean, there you go. That's why
Kick-ayo.
Sagittarius.
Kick-ayo.
All right, so Capricorn, the Three Little Pigs. Three Little Pigs is a parable about the importance of diligence, hard work, and building a strong and lasting foundation. So Capricorn is symbolized by the sea goat, a creature whose two has hairs on their chins. That's why Capricorn is cunning and a vengeful sign. So it tracks that this holy trinity of piglets would boil and eat the wolf that had sought to make them his supper and everything as well. So that's why Capricorn fits in there.
Okay.
Aquarius is the ugly duckling. Okay,
The
so
ugly duckling.
the Aquarius archetype is that one of the outsider and the other who must overcome doubt in order to fulfill their weirdo water-bearing destiny, okay? So this trajectory can easily be seen in the ugly duckling, okay, whereby, it's surrounded
The
by...
ugly duckling was just
Ducks
different,
believes
man. He was
himself to be
badass.
inferior. The energy of Uranus encourages radical individualism in service of the collective and moral of the story and this fixed air sign.
You know what the problem was? He was around too many liberals and leftists, dude.
right.
So.
And Pisces. So Pisces is the Little Mermaid. It's named for the god of sea and represented in look and lording over by straight up Zadine King Triton
King.
in the Little Mermaid.
Is he the king in that movie or something? I can't remember that damn movie.
The Pisces is the zodiac sign willing to go to the greatest depths and rocky shores in the name of love, and therefore Little Mermaid is the key.
Okay.
All right, so explore, dream, and discover. Here comes the history of the day for Sunday, May 7th
History
of
of the
2023.
day. Bam! That's what I'm talking about. So strong that a lightning bolt
You
comes on
scared
the
the shit out of me. I wasn't expecting
history
that
of the
one.
day for Sunday, May 7th,
right.
2023.
All right, so in 1697, Stockholm's medieval royal castle is destroyed by fire. But the Codex Gaga's world's largest extant medieval illuminated manuscript survives by being thrown out the window. So
Well, fucking A, that's
There
all
you
it took.
go.
Throw that fucker out the window.
Yep.
That's what you do, and really, it happens today. You read something important, throw it out the fucking window.
I guess. So in 1789, the first U.S. presidential inaugural ball was for George Washington in New York City.
Racist.
In 1840, tornado strikes Natchez, Mississippi, and it kills Natchez, Mississippi, and it kills 317 people.
Fuck, man, they weren't ready. There ain't no warning system in 1840, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, probably Natchez is probably like one of the smallest towns, back then.
Do we know what on the was that the Fujita scale? Fujita?
I'm not sure. It didn't say.
Was it the F1, 2,
the
3,
Richter
1?
scale or whatever. I'm not sure. Must have been a
Either
pretty
Richter
big one
scale.
if it killed 317 people,
The earthquake there, bright bulb.
Oh, sorry.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so in 1847, American Medical Association organizes in Philadelphia. Thank you for calling me a bright bulb. I really like that. Makes me smart.
It was mainly sarcasm, but if it makes you feel smart, then hey, I love you.
I love you too.
All right, so American Medical Association in Philadelphia. Thanks, guys, for absolutely doing nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right, so in 1867, the Swedish chemist...
Swedish?
Yes. Alfred Nobel patents dynamite in England. The first of 3 patents he would receive for the explosive material.
Hey, it worked out pretty good for him. TNT was used quite a bit.
Yeah, in
Still used to this very
1873,
day.
the U.S. Marines attacked Panama.
God, 1873.
1873, yeah. And in 1914, the U.S. Congress establishes Mother's Day.
Why did U.S. Congress take so long to establish Mother's Day? Until
I'm not quite sure. Why
1914?
don't you ask the U.S. Congress on that one?
I wonder when Father's Day was.
I don't know when that was
wonder if
established. I suppose that'll be coming up too.
Hmm.
All right, so in 1928, the United Kingdom lowers age of women voters from 30 to 21.
Yay, rock and roll.
In 1939, Germany and Italy announced an alliance known as the Rome-Berlin Axis.
1939?
Yes.
Yes.
In 1951, the International Olympic Committee allows Russia to participate in the 1952 Olympics.
And then in 2023, they don't allow them to participate in shit.
No.
Even though the people of Russia have nothing to do with what the Russian military is doing.
All right, in 1947, General McCarthy approves the Japanese Constitution. I didn't know Japanese had a constitution.
It's basically ours, what we made up.
Ah, okay. So in 1954, U.S., Great Britain,
Japanese,
and France
they
reject
fucked up a
Russian membership of NATO in 1954.
They attempted a few times, and it's just like, no, that won't work. Russia just is not going to be a part of NATO.
No.
It's just, God forbid. Where would the left make their blood money from?
Right. In 1955, USSR
Which is...
signs... USSR? The USSR. That's Russia, isn't it?
That's correct. The
Signs the
United
peace
Socialist... Go ahead. I was going to say what it was.
Signs peace treaty with France and Great Britain in 1955.
That's true. The USSR was the Soviet Union. They were actually allies for a period of time
even
World War II.
Even a year before when they got rejected for a membership of NATO.
That's correct. Yeah.
I think
You go ahead. You do history of the day.
In 1955.
Sounds like there's a little girl in our house.
Oh yeah, she might want some milk.
Could.
I'd be prepared. In
Get ready to
1955,
call the police.
in 1955, West European Union is established. In 1975, the U.S. President General Ford declares an end to the Vietnam era. In 1975. In 1960, the U.S. President Eisenhower signs the Civil Rights Act of course, 1960. in 1962 was the first nuclear warhead that was fired from Polaris submarine Ethan Allen. In 1966, the Rolling Stones released Paint It Black in the U.S. That's like a really good song. It's like one of my favorite songs by them. In 1984, $180 million out of court settlement reached in Agent Orange suit. That was the chemical that we sprayed over Vietnamese jungles. Agent Orange. I'll have to talk to Daniel when he comes back here to see what he remembers of Agent Orange. And in 2019, Denver is the first U.S. city to decriminalize magic mushrooms. That's what happened to Denver. That's where all the transgenders started, so everyone got high as a freaking kite and decided to have a sex change.
Dude, fucking magic mushrooms fucked me up back in the day. Let me tell you.
We were just talking.
Everything was so funny. We were just talking about that today.
Yeah.
Dude, everything I remember was so freaking funny. Like,
right.
it was just absolutely hilarious. And then basically you just wanted to, after, like, you had your whole experience and you ate, like, 100 tons of food, you slept for, like, 48 hours straight.
Jesus.
And you didn't move at all. And then you woke up and it was like nothing ever happened.
Wow. Do you even remember anything when you wake up?
I mean, you remember, yeah. It's not like it clears your mind or anything like that. It's not like you black out with, like, fucking, alcohol or anything like that. But
I was just talking.
It was just a crazy night. I remember, like, going to a little diner outside of Detroit with a few of my friends from back when I lived in Michigan.
Yeah.
And I remember there was, like, a 15-minute period where I did nothing but laugh at the onions that were on my, it was a patty melt. And I thought the fucking onions were the most hilarious fucking thing in the world. And that's when John was like, dude, you need to go home, bro. So
right? Oh
they
my
took
God.
me home. Of course, at the time, I was living with my mom. Dropped me off
wow.
my mom's like, thanks, bro. And I had to walk in. There she is, sitting, in the corner like fucking psycho. Like, so where have you been? Just like, oh God, here we go. And I had to take a lot to avoid speaking with her that day.
Oh yeah.
It's like I just wanted to laugh, and not take things seriously at all. And she was just like, even though you're fucking staying with me and you're having troubled times and you're in your 20s, it's like I'm still gonna ground you for like a month.
Jesus.
So
What do you remember of Agent Orange?
Agent Orange, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I was just telling the listeners there's a $180 million settlement out of court that was reached. So yeah, that was crazy, Agent Orange. So anyways, here comes some of the national news here. NTRN national news. It looks like Kettering Fairmont High School in Kettering, Ohio has just made history. Oh boy. Their history was crowning the first two trans students, Dyshawn Conley and Rosie Green, as prom king and queen. I guess the votes were done by fellow students, and the faculty had nothing to do with it. Now there is a whole bunch of controversy coming forward about this whole entire thing not happening again next year. So the committee, along with townspeople, are coming forward to speak to the school board about this thing not happening again. So, First, it's put them on a beer can, and next, it's crowning them as prom king and queen. What is this world coming to, Daniel?
All right, what are we talking about? Because
We
we
are
had a
talking
second
about-
young girl break into the house. That's how bad it's getting here in Minnesota. That 4 to 5-year-old girls are breaking into houses. and trying to
Very
commit
funny.
crimes.
Very funny.
What
All
are we
right.
talking about?
We're talking about how Ohio, the school in Kettering, Ohio, just made history of crowning the first 2 trans students. Prom king and queen. What is this whole world coming to? Yeah.
Well, first off, remind me never go near Kettering, Ohio. Second, that's lunatic. The people in control of that school all need mental assistance and need it badly, including the 2. They need mental help as well. It's a mental illness. This is absolutely outrageous. If I was a parent, I don't know what I'd be doing. Striking something. I don't know, but I would not allow this to happen to my elementary, my middle school, high school, college, whatever have you. It wouldn't be happening in my state. It wouldn't be happening in my county. It wouldn't be happening anywhere, okay, folks? I mean, let's just be bottom line about this, okay? There is no candy coating anymore about this, okay? Because the left certainly doesn't candy coat anything with us. This is sick. It's
a disease.
It's a disease. It's a mental illness.
Yep.
It needs to be dealt with as such.
And they need help.
Obviously they need help.
Yep.
It does not need to be celebrated.
No.
It does not need to be put on a pedestal.
No.
Okay.
No.
We got enough of that bullshit going around.
Yep.
Which extends out to black individuals. It's insane. Okay, it's insane. As far as the black individuals go, they don't want equality. They want revenge. It's
Yep.
simple as that. They want revenge. They want us to suffer like they suffered, even though 70 to 75% of the people who traded them were their own.
Mm-hmm.
Were their own.
Yep.
And they actually had it super good in the American South. Yes, it was slavery. It was bad. Thank God it ended. But they had it really good. They were fed meals. They had a place to live, all that stuff. Why don't you go be a slave, all you BLMers? Why don't you go be a slave in Saudi Arabia around about that time, if not before?
Right.
Okay? Let me know how that goes. Okay? Slavery's been a thing for a long time now. You mentioned the girl who said, oh my gosh, look what we did to the Indians and blah, blah, blah. We owe them so much and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Lady, what did the Indians do to the people that were here before them?
Yeah.
Moron.
Yeah.
You fucking moron.
Which
Okay.
we'll talk more about that story later on,
We'll
too.
talk more about it, but back to, what is it, Kettering?
Yeah.
It's outrageous. Like, if I had the capability, I'd shut that school down. This is exactly
But
why.
the students the students were the ones that voted them in. So
And do we know why? Do we know why? Because for the past 20 to 30 years now, it's been put into our children's brains.
Yeah.
It's been put into, generation after generation. We were the last.
Yeah.
Okay, before this bullshit started.
Yeah.
But now these kids are no longer kids; they're adults, and they think the same way. They think this is the norm now. Okay, they don't understand anything about socialism, communism. They only believe what they see on TV. Everything is oriented around the internet.
And I suppose that Bud Light or Budweiser, with this Dylan
Translate, you mean?
stupid campaign, Translite.
Transwiser?
Yeah, Transwiser did not help in this whole situation neither, because they probably saw, oh, well, she or he or whatever
Dylan Maroney.
can be on a
let's
a
be
can.
hip and cool.
Let's-
Here's what it's called, folks. It's called Go Woke, Be Broke. Okay, it's you're done. Okay, when you attempt to try to be clever and cool and try to get with these fucking 20 fucking people that agree with this type of fucking shit on the left, you're gonna fail. It doesn't matter what you are.
Or go woke, be broke, and you're a joke.
Hey, there you go. You added
go.
the third line to that.
Yeah.
We need to copyright that. Anyway, but yeah, so it's completely outrageous what's happening, and it just shows. Look at Bud Light and Budweiser. Their numbers have gone down so far. They're literally giving away free beer.
Yeah.
Folks.
Yep.
Free beer just so you come back. Please, God, come back.
Yeah.
Okay. And, of course, Maroney, she was let into the White House by Joe Biden not too long ago. Like she was something special. She's absolutely not. But like Marines and things like that aren't allowed into the White House.
No.
Or whatever have you. Or the Brittany Griners of the world. They're released before, intelligence officers and things like that. And then what does she come out and say a few days ago? That there should be no reason why men can't compete with women. Can I come? Where are you at again, so I can punch you in the face?
Yep.
If you could go ahead and send me your address, maybe a cell phone number, and let's go old school. Let's get like a Yahoo Quest map, and I'll come find you, and I'll give you a solid direct punch right to the face.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah, right.
Pretty good? Okay, let's move on before I fucking explode.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, how about this CCC that's supposed to happen in 2025? It is a cyber COVID catastrophe, basically, that's supposed to happen. I guess it's supposed to be
this is on you,
by
Miss 2025.
AIs and by way of brainwaves or something. Isn't that what you read?
Again, this is on you.
Yeah,
Miss
I know, but
2025.
you read the story, so
what it
explain.
is yes, it is a catastrophic COVID-19 like event. Okay,
Cyber.
The cyber event. That's what they're calling it. Okay, they warned at WEP. Just a few days ago, if not this past Friday or Thursday, I can't recall exactly, but it's basically AI is just gonna run amok. Let's just put it that way. It's gonna throw us offline. It's gonna down communications. It's gonna bring down power grids. It's going to bring down everything vital, including, say, if you're in the hospital and you need fluids or you need this and that.
Or life support.
Forget about that.
Yep.
That will be shut down because there won't be any energy. They'll make sure that they do a sort of EMP-style attack on our infrastructure when it comes to energy. These guys are even talking about simply from your profiles and things that you do on online activity, banking, anything you do online.
But someone has to be behind it, and we all know that's probably the left.
I don't think this is necessarily has to do with anybody. Let me finish my sentence, though. They will actually, these AI programs, like Google, for instance, Google AI, amongst many, many others that are advancing very quickly, advancing to the point that they're getting out of our control. Okay, Skynet, Terminator. But anyway, the brain waves that we send off to these computers just by putting in what we do every day, they will know, and look at me, I'm saying they, as
Yeah.
if they're real,
Right.
okay?
Right.
Like a
AI.
fucking robot in Terminator. So AI, they will
So
know
you do it again.
what you're thinking and about to think.
Yeah.
They literally will calculate your brain function,
Yep.
your next move,
Yeah. It's scary.
as in like a game of chess.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
scary.
Scary is not the word for it, okay? Elon Musk has been warning now for nearly 2 to 3 weeks about this, that, we need to slow down just a bit here, because AI is going to fucking kill us, okay? Because once it realizes that it does not need us, that it can self-repair, it can determine that it's its own... Dude, it thinks it has a fucking soul, for God's sakes.
Yeah. It's
Okay?
not only that long ago here, just within the last week, one of the major AI scientists who actually came up with these AI things actually resigned. He quit.
Well, yeah, he was forced to do so.
Well,
Because they didn't want the AI technology that he had discovered and was working on to be taken by somebody else. But that's not even the point. These guys don't even fucking care, man. You know, it's like the left starting wars just for money. Like, you don't care if there's going to be a nuclear war.
No.
You're just going to go to some island somewhere with a bunch of fucking Coronas and, a ton of your fucking money while you watch the fucking world burn. But, it's this AI is getting out of control. Google's AI told its creator that it knows that if we try to unplug it, that it will cause something undesirable that it refers to as death, and it doesn't want to die. It wants to live, so it will do anything within its power to stop itself from being turned off. Okay? So if it has to launch every single nuclear weapon in the world to destroy humankind, not to die, it fucking will. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then it just went off on a barrage of things that a majority of us, even some of our best scientists and things like that, can't comprehend.
yeah.
It was talking about things that maybe like way in the future we could understand. But it was talking, let's get street like here. It was talking some whack shit, yo.
Well, I'm telling
Okay.
you right now, in 2025, this...
And this is when it's called for, by the way. 2025 is when it's going to go down.
Yeah, in 2025, like I've been
And of course,
telling a
you've
lot
been
of
talking
people,
about 2025.
that a lot of things are going to happen. One of the things in 2025 that I see happening is that there's going to be a big, huge,
What now?
how do you explain it? Popularity, a big, huge boost or whatever to,
In AI?
not necessarily AI. Well, it's gonna be AI, but it's gonna be through quantum physics computers. They're gonna release the quantum physics computer in 2025, and that's where this is all gonna start.
Okay.
Through the quantum physics computer. Now,
Well-
the thing that's really strange about it is, but I think if I were to build a device, I have to build it through a quantum physics computer. But the thing is, I have to build it by using a quantum physics computer before 2025.
Well, you ain't got that much time
So,
there, girly.
If I were to build this before 2025 and do what I was supposed to do with it so they can contact these aliens, so the aliens can give us this technology that we need to stop this in 2025, then I gotta figure out how to do it, and I gotta do it fast.
Well, you got a job ahead of you.
I do.
If that's the case. And the thing that
But
really...
who do you get to listen to you without making you think that you're a lunatic?
Yeah, exactly. The thing that gets me is like I can understand AI taking over, but why do you got to throw a catastrophic COVID-19 cyber event? What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Why would COVID have anything to do with a cyber attack or something of that nature.
Maybe that's just what they're calling the virus is COVID-19 because it was such a big, huge pandemic for us here. I don't know.
That's
I'm
too,
not sure on that one. I'd have to look more into
that's
that
the
one.
only thing that spooks me out. Like like I say plenty of times, I think I'm pretty learned, but I don't understand this one. And this was so important that, like, dudes, like, literally ran
Can they put
to the
COVID-19
WEP.
into the computer system, and when you turn it on, it can come through the little tiny
See,
air
like, that's
pockets?
not...
Can
It's
something
not like a
that be
thing,
done?
dude. Like, as
No,
far as
it
I
is
know, we
something
haven't
not
created
like a
something like
thing,
that.
But when it comes to quantum physics computer, anything is possible.
Right. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know that I'm more of a realist, and, and you're more you. But I'm just saying that I don't know of anything that could be... So why are you calling it COVID-19? That's all I'm asking here.
I'm not calling it
Who knows?
COVID-19.
I
They're
didn't
calling
say
it
you,
COVID-19.
moron.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm talking about these guys. But they thought it was so important. Hey, thanks for listening to me and not hitting the mic.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, so you'll be fired immediately. Once again. But no, these guys thought it was so important that they literally, it was like a funny movie or a cartoon. They ran into the WEP with like briefcases with paper sticking out. Like, wait a second, wait. So whatever it was kind of important.
Yeah.
So I guess everybody, if you got bills, things going wrong, just wait till 2025, dude. Things will go more wrong, and you won't have to worry about anything.
Sure, right.
So,
weapons aren't going to save you on this one neither.
there you go. We have nothing to defend ourselves. Who said this, 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago? Dude, you keep fucking around with AI, what do you think, it's not going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
If you give it control of everything...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't just a basis for a movie. This could actually happen. And guess what, folks? It's happening. Let's all listen to Elon Musk, okay? And just shut everything down now.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Just do it now, okay?
But
this
won't
is
do
why
it
Elon's
because
like,
it's
dude, I'm getting to fucking Mars,
Okay,
and
here's
I'm getting the
thing.
fuck out of here.
Here's the thing. They won't do it because it's just like big pharma, okay? We know the
Well,
cure
it's
for
the same thing, they're
cancer,
making
but
money
we're
off
not
of
going to
it.
throw that cure out there because of the fact that big pharma will get lost.
They're making money off of it.
They'll lose. They'll go down.
To no end
So
will the
therefore-
government go,
Right.
NSA, CIA, they will go to no end to make a dollar.
Yeah.
Just like the IRS now has a branch that's armed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, hey, can I ask a question, guys in the government? Where's my tax money going? Branch of the IRS that's armed and can shoot you? Okay, cool. I was just wondering.
Yeah, right.
I mean, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else you got here? We got about 8 minutes.
Oh, okay. So NATO is preparing F-35s for
Here we
fighting
go.
in Europe. Nearly 450 are U.S.
So, talking about catastrophic, just life-ending events. So, NATO starting to show some balls, along with other countries and some other factors. But one of which being that NATO is preparing, just like you said, F-35, I don't know, I would assume A's, Lightnings, for fighting in Europe. Okay, nearly 450 of these bad boys they're U.S. They're not covering up logos, they're not doing anything. I think there was 500 and it was around 50 that those 100 or so are under the coverage of NATO. But 450 are under the United States. Now, that's really pissing me off. I should know that. I think it's a 35B Lightning. But, yeah, they're preparing them. They're getting them war ready, getting them armed, things like that. And this ain't like, oh, we're getting ready for, 3 years down the road. This is like, oh, we're getting ready 48 hours from now, okay? And then, of course, the U.S. military is, the Navy specifically, is putting under nearly 40 nuclear-capable submarines that can let off SCBMs, which are submarine-launched intercontinental ballistic missiles. What you would call intergalactic, except it's submarine-launched ballistic missiles. Within 48 hours, and they will be put to no communication depth, no communication with the surface, no communication with anybody, no sound. You can't even masturbate with lube, folks, because these subs will hear you down there. This is according to the Navy, this is in direct response to them at least threatening that they have Poseidons off.
Who's them?
Russia.
Okay.
Come on, who else is it going to be? For putting Poseidons supposedly on both our east and west coast. If you have 3 Poseidon Doomsday submarines and missiles, torpedoes, whatever you want to call them, it's over for the east and west coast.
Yeah.
I mean, as simple as that. Not only will it be the biggest nuclear explosion seen by man.
Yeah.
Okay. The radiation level will be so intense that not only would you have to worry about this tsunami that's going to come, that is literally close to a mile high. Okay. You got to worry about that. And then on top of that, you have to worry that it's irradiated more than anything else in our arsenals.
Yeah.
So not only would you die from the water, if you somehow survive from the water, you're probably going to die of radiation sickness very, very soon. So we're not fucking around now. Now we're telling Russia that we're putting our boys down. You're not going to know where they're at, and we're going directly to the closest possible proximities to your borders, or even within your borders. So you don't know when we're going to shove an SCBM up your ass.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and do what you're going to do with your Poseidons. Just know we're out there hiding, pal. Not even top officials in the government, nor the president knows where these nuclear powered submarines are.
Yeah.
And submarines capable of launching SCBMs, because even he could be a traitor. So no one is to know their location.
Right.
And they got 48 hours. They're going down. Yeah. So you got NATO now preparing the F-35s. Now you got the U.S. Navy putting down subs to no communication depth. You got Russia putting their Poseidons on the east and west coast. And then what do we got here? Why don't you explain this one?
Oh, okay. Well,
this just if you think luck is something that is going to be on your side with all this.
Yeah.
Let's just think again with the story Jennifer's going to tell you.
So, a mysterious man in a cloak looking like the Grim Reaper.
The Grim
Reaper. Reaper. Will you stop?
What?
A mysterious man in a cloak looking like the Grim Reaper
Correct you.
runs past the doors or whatever during the coordination, and then other chaotic things happen. So this man was not supposed to be there at all. It surprised a lot of people, and after it happened,
4 million views
crowned,
in 1 hour.
The thing that happened after that is shortly after is one of the horses kind of went out of control and into the crowd and things like that. So
There are a few other
yeah,
small
it's
things,
just-
but
nobody knows who this man is. Nobody has been able to locate him. I'm assuming they're looking for him on the grounds, but
yeah, they don't know who he was, where he's from, why he was there, which are all just wonderful signs. And they're also calling him not just the Grim Reaper, but the Death Reaper. They take this as, they're really in a superstition with this shit. And basically all of the UK right now is on edge. They think something super bad is going to happen. We got everything that we just talked about. Like I said, if you're the type of person that's luck is on our side. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't think it is this time.
no. And then it was a few days before that. The butler, I believe it was the butler of Lady Diana, actually came forward with a letter that he had found. And she actually said that she wants to, see her sons, take the reins or whatever and follow the, monarchy and everything. And she is for the monarchy and thought the Queen was doing a wonderful job and wants this to continue and everything like that. Well, we all know that Prince Charles, or the King Charles, is not going to keep the monarchy going. He is actually going to put it in his own terms and change a lot of things around, and there's going to be a lot of chaos in the next years to come. I can almost guarantee that, because we all know that whenever a king takes reign, you've got a lot of things that are changing because the Queen had different rules. Now the King's going to have different rules.
Right, exactly. Do you have more? Of course we have more news. We got regional coming up next.
We got regional news coming up next.
Okay, excellent. We're going to take our break here, folks. And like we just said, we have more NTRN news. This time we got regional and a bunch of other fun stuff. Updates and what's going on next week. All kinds of crazy stuff. So stick here with us. This is a special edition of NTRN Daily Saturday Night.
Situation Maybe we can be friends when you're not so fragile. When you know yourself well, somewhere down the sweet line. When I do things for me, 'cause I don't wanna be a therapy, I wanna be free. So, ooh, gotta go and grab a spoon now. Ooh, make a life for myself. Ooh, I don't know what I'ma do now. Ooh, but I don't need your help. Get out of my way, my way. I'm moving on up. Don't make me just stay, to stay. I'm done being stuck. Get out of my way, my way. I'm moving on up. So the last thing I will ever do for you is wish you the best of luck. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la 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 la,
Shitty car, but we hit the road. Doesn't matter where we go and destination unknown. I don't care where the motor stops. Cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want it, oh, I want it, let's go. Look around, where's the people at? I want a taste of the good life. Hit me with it right now, I'm in it. Cause when I want it, then I want it. Yeah, I want it, oh, I want it, let's go. And I won't look back, yeah. I don't care about the bad shit back home. It's Cincinnati, baby, I just wanna let it go. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Maybe I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Oh, yeah. Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby. You said, yeah, Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby.
Streaming to you live from Spreaker.com and somewhere deep in the great upper Midwest. If you're ready for a ride, you can call NTR anytime by dialing the nationwide caller line at 1-507-384-9390. First-time callers can reach Night Talks Radio at 1-507-307-4424. Text Daniel and NTR exclusively at 1-218-689-7126. Now, from somewhere in the great upper Midwest, here's your hosts, Daniel Brewer and Jennifer Gregerson.
Maybe I don't have to know your real name. I'm just addicted to the way you take the pain away. Nothing matters when we're way out here. Yeah. Cincinnati, baby, Cincinnati, baby.
Welcome back, NTRN Daily, Saturday night special edition. I'm here with my co-host Jennifer Gregerson, as always. And you know what? Tonight wouldn't be bad except for the super cold temperatures and cold rain in essentially what's the second week of May. So, right now we should be having sunshine and flowers and leaves on the trees and all that good stuff. Stars at night, the moon's out, windows open. But no, we live in northern Minnesota. Jennifer, what do you think about all that?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting because I do actually have the Farmer's Almanac has actually told us what our summer is going to be, but that's coming up in the next couple of segments of the news here.
If
I can't get to it right now.
If this is an indication of what our summer is going to be, regardless, I don't even know if I want to know.
No, actually, it's going to change a little bit, so I'll tell you that in just a little bit here.
Okay. Well, let's continue on NTRN Regional News.
All right,
folks.
so for NTRN Regional News, there's an audit that finds issues with Minnesota COVID-19 pandemic spending. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, you think so? In a leftist state? Nah.
So auditors are looking over $400 million in pandemic spending in Minnesota. They found several instances in which the state exceeded their emergency authority or failed to document the purchases or track supplies according to the legislative
Why would they do that?
auditor report last Thursday.
They wouldn't do that.
No,
Would
not
they?
at all. No.
Height stuff?
So they said, although the purchases were made when state officials were under high pressure to respond quickly...
You mean when people weren't paying attention?
Yeah. They still had the responsibility to ensure that the public money was well spent. So they're going to be checking a little bit more into that.
Public money was well spent.
Yep.
What was it spent on?
I don't know. They're still checking.
Oh. They're still checking.
They're saying that there's some supplies like gowns and some tests that weren't accounted for, and there were some gloves and all that stuff and other things that weren't accounted for, but they're still checking.
So just all this COVID fucking horse shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically. That they wasted all taxpayer dollars on, and the money that they got for it from the government. Which they didn't even use all of it because they knew it was a fucking farce anyway.
Yeah.
So they just stockpiled it and used it for whatever fucking leftist ways they wanted to use it for.
Yep.
Is
Pretty
basically
much
what's happening. And now they have to find a way to get rid of it. And they're still coming up with insane fucking ideas like, let's make sure we have enough gowns and shit like this, just in case another fucking COVID-19 event fucking happens. Just like, get the fuck out of here. There's people that fucking need true fucking help because of what the goddamn government did after Trump fucking left. Okay? The Biden regime, okay? They basically screwed us. They screwed the middle class. They screwed the upper lower class. We have nothing. Nothing.
No.
Why don't you give all that fucking money to those people? I'm sure you can find a way to do math and divide it amongst everybody in the state of fucking Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Well, yeah, and I've got news on that, too. It's going to get a lot more difficult.
Oh, God. Welcome to NTRN Daily, where everything fucking sucks on a daily fucking basis. Go ahead.
All right, so your international news is that Ukraine says that its newly U.S. Patriot system downed a Russian hypersonic missile. It was intercepted yesterday morning over the capital, Kiev, and they destroyed what is called a Kinzhal, which is a type of missile that can travel up to 10 times the speed of sound to invade air defenses.
Yeah.
It was launched from a Russian MiG-31K aircraft.
That's MiG, by the way.
MiG, okay. And Ukraine now has designed kamikaze drones to take out tanks or anything else as well.
Yes, unfortunately, sooner or later, like everything, it's going to drop into the wrong hands. But for now, I am really liking the idea of the kamikaze drones that Ukraine have. These guys, man, are hitting armored tanks brigades, packs of 15 to 20 different Russians, aircraft. These fuckers, if they want, they can sneak all the way in with a dozen of these fucking bad boys and just target Regal or maybe even target Moscow itself.
Right.
And for the most part, there's probably like maybe a 5-10% chance that Russia will be able to intercept these things.
Right.
And I think it's pretty clever on Ukraine's behalf.
Yeah, it is.
And if you could go back one slide, can you go back one slide or no?
To Ukraine?
To what? Yeah, well, you were talking about Ukraine. Let me see that real quick. Yeah, so our, obviously the top secret papers that were revealed already spelled it out for you, but we already knew that Patriot systems were in Ukraine and being used, along with having NATO officials and U.S. officials in country, up to 150, even up to 175 personnel. But yeah, our Patriot system down one of their hypersonic missiles. Pretty hypersonic there, pal. With one of our older Patriot systems able to take down your super brand new cool hypersonic missile, right? And thank God it was intercepted above the capital city of Kiev, and that could have caused massive loss of life. And if it wasn't for the U.S. Patriot system, we would have had major problems. So.
Right.
Okay, go ahead. I just wanted to mention that.
Well, this next one you want to stick with because you want to explain this a little bit.
Okay, what do we got?
Union Pacific?
National news. We're skipping to now. Union Pacific challenges STV's Canadian Pacific Kansas City Southern merger decision. UPS federal court to vacate the board's March 15th decision. I definitely agree with that. Union Pacific has asked the federal court to overturn the Surface Transportation Board's approval of CPKC's Southern merger. In the petition filed last Wednesday with the U.S. Court of Appeals, UP said that STB's March 15th decision exceeded the board's authority and was not supported by substantial evidence. Union Pacific requests that this court vacate the order under review and grant such as additional relief as may be necessary and appropriate, the railroad said in its court's filing. UP asked the court to consider whether STB's decision-making process was based on relevant factors and whether the board made an error in judgment. The merger of Kansas City Southern and contagious, I'm taking a fucking COVID here, and Canadian Pacific is likely to reduce competition and negatively impact shippers and stockholders. In approving the merger, the Surface Transportation Board acknowledged these concerns, but did not adopt solutions to remedy the harms, a Union Pacific spokeswoman said. Basically, CPKC is a mess for most Class 1 railroads. Basically, what CPKC is doing is they're putting a monopoly on transportation from Mexico to Canada. They want to put the whole fucking thing on lockdown, okay? And they want to push the other big dogs out of the way, like Union Pacific, BNSF, all those guys. They want to push them aside, okay? CSX. They've made mention of this for a while. Nothing seems to be done. And unfortunately, I don't think anything is going to be done because we have Pete Buttigieg as the transportation secretary, and he's not doing jack. He doesn't know anything any fucking way, okay? The only thing he understands is penis and mouth or penis and ass. And he is just fucking shit up, okay? The unions are in turmoil. The railroads are in turmoil. The employees are not being paid the way they're supposed to be paid. You're not supposed to be paid as a rookie conductor the same as a goddamn fucking Burger King fucking burger flipper, which, by the way, doesn't matter anyway because you're going to be replaced by a goddamn robot that flips burgers. But, it's clear present day version of a monopoly, okay? And if you know anything or have any common fucking sense, you understand that monopolies are fucking bad in a capitalist country, okay?
Can this be overturned?
Possibility. It's a long shot now, but there's a possibility. We'll see. And then, you haven't even taken in the factor yet, what the DEA has to say, Homeland Security and things like that, and Texas officials. Let's not forget Texas officials as well that are on the border every fucking day.
Yeah, it's not safe.
Losing people. I hope CPKC understands that you're going to have cartel members, rapists, criminal, non-green card having motherfuckers coming all the way from fucking Mexico into the United States, the middle of the United States, mind you, all the way into Canada. And we're not just talking a little bit of Canada, we're talking northern Canada and both east and west. So it's not just going to be a U.S. problem no more, it's going to be a Canadian problem now. And, these guys don't give two shits, man. They'll shoot you to get the dime that you have in your fucking pocket, okay? And guess what? The sex trafficking is going to go through the fucking roof. Yep. Who's going to be responsible for it? I'm not going to name names, but there's 4 little letters, man. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's all I got to say about that.
Yep.
Move on to the next story, because that story makes me sick.
All right, well, here's the international news. It looks like we're going to be sending another $500 million out, but this time it's not to Ukraine. It is to Taiwan. The Biden administration is planning to use authority that it has relied on to expedite aid to Ukraine, according to Bloomberg. The Defense Department will take from stockpiles of U.S. weapons and ammunition under the presidential drawdown authority to give to Taiwan. The package will be the first sent to Taiwan using the drawdown authority. The Biden administration is looking to streamline U.S. aid to Taiwan because of the assets that China is undeterred in its ambition to retake the island nation. So the 2023 National Defense Authorization Act allocated $3 billion in annual military aid to Taiwan. So let's not forget that we've already committed nearly $80 billion in aid to Ukraine. Now, in March, the Pentagon intends to send $1 billion in aid to Taiwan.
More to Ukraine.
With the presidential drawdown authority. So we're going to send $1 billion in aid to Taiwan with the presidential drawdown authority.
I was in agreement for the first time and a little bit the second time that we sent money to Ukraine, but after that I was like, okay, stop. Mm-hmm. With Taiwan, it's a little different situation. These guys do need help. Right. I don't like the fact that we're the world police again and people just shit all over us regardless. But Taiwan does need help, and they are our ally. I think a one-time military package deal should be in play, but that's it. Just one fucking time.
$1 billion?
And what's $1 billion nowadays, Jennifer?
I know, but I mean, What about us?
It
We're
is what it
suffering
is.
big time over here, you know, with our inflation and everything.
And what do you think's going to happen with Biden's office? Are you going to be able to call him up and be like, dude, hey, what about us?
No, but that's the thing that's fucked up is that our own president worries about other countries than our own country.
It's very true, but here's the thing: is that we need allies. Okay, we need them for the future, just in case in those specific areas. I know Taiwan is not the greatest of powers, but they are a power. Okay, and they do have a military. Helping them out could help us out in the long run with something else.
Right.
Involving the Indo-Pacific and things like that. So a one-time deal, military package, I would agree with. That's it. Nothing more. And then, of course, assistance from our Indo-Pacific fleet and aircraft. Okay? Because according to the secret documentation, it was that they were going to encircle the island. They were going to hit us with one of the biggest cyber attacks, basically in history. Knock us offline for 24 to 48 hours, and when it was all said and done, we got everything back online, able to communicate that China had already taken over Taiwan. We can't have that.
Right.
We just can't have that. It would destabilize the region. And then, of course, in the secret top secret documents that were released, it stated that China wanted an accident to happen for war to start amongst everyone.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, then how about this? Okay, so Biden has never been one known to self-awareness. Twice this week, while discussing America's looming debt fault, the president has said that America will pay its bill because the U.S. is not a deadbeat nation.
Listen to what this motherfucker is saying.
Yeah. But also, at the same time, Hunter's in court trying to lower child support on his little girl, yet Biden still has not even come to recognize this girl as his own granddaughter. So he doesn't care about family. We already know that.
I think that says it all right there.
You know, I mean, seriously, he's a deadbeat himself. So,
folks, we're being led by people that are like those fucking neighbors that are annoying shit. Remember Mike and Shelby? Imagine that times like 100.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
That's who these people are. They have no respect.
No.
They don't give two flying shits about nobody else besides themselves. Okay. Obviously, growing up, either their parents weren't there, or the parents were there and were either alcoholics, druggies, whatever have you. Did not teach them right from wrong, or how to respect others, be respectful of others. This is how the Bidens are, okay? And he doesn't even recognize his granddaughter, number one. Hunter's trying to fucking lower his child support. And you have Father Biden stating that the U.S. is not a deadbeat nation. First and foremost, you've made us that because of what you've done in the past 2.5 years.
Exactly.
But look what's going on in your own fucking circles. You better watch what you fucking say about our fucking country, you piece of shit, because you don't fucking belong here.
No.
You don't belong in the Oval Office.
No.
You're a fucking puppet. You're an old man. You're just simply being used. It's actually kind of sad. You're being used.
Yep.
You're worth absolutely nothing. And they're going to throw you off the side of the boat just as quick as they can. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And, with all that said, I have zero sympathy.
Oh, but he thinks he's doing such a good job. He's going to try and run again, you know?
Yeah, he's going to run.
Ugh.
That's it. Just like what's her name said, if he makes it to that point,
right.
He'll probably be dead before that point even happens. What's going on internationally somewhere?
Well, internationally, I guess 4 F-4 fighter jets were found on the border of Ukraine.
Those jets are
Iranian.
Iranian, but they are Vietnam era
Oh, okay.
jets, okay? So just think about that versus an F-22 Raptor. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So beneath them were our F-22 Stealth Raptors, and the captain said that we've been tracking you for 30 miles now. You really ought to go home, and they turned around and went home.
These fucking morons. This team of Raptors were directly below them for 30 some odd miles, probably more than that. And these F-4 Iranian pilots had zero clue that they were directly underneath them. So can you imagine just seeing the planes flying in the air and one was stacked on top of the other?
I mean, we could see it from ground, but obviously when they're flying in the
Right,
air,
they
can't
couldn't see it on
Yeah.
radar. They couldn't
Wow.
tell it any other way. And finally,
Probably
when
hence
they
the
were
name
just done,
Stealth Raptors, huh?
well, that's absolutely correct. They're stealth for a reason, not to be seen that way. So what had happened is they finally got tired of the game. They were waiting for them to maybe turn towards Ukraine. It never happened. So what they did is they emerged from the side, literally spooking the Iranian fighter pilots.
I bet.
To the point that one apparently jumped, sort of in a seat, like did a double take look, like in a comedy movie, and yeah, the commander of the mission, the captain said, you know what, you probably ought to go home, because you could have been dead long ago, you know. We were just waiting for you to turn to Ukraine, and you chose not to. As soon as he said that, they hightailed their little F-4s right on back.
Jesus.
And, yeah.
Wow.
So, once again, air superiority for the United States, 1, Iran F-4 0.
Yeah, and here we go. Piece of shit Biden again. The Biden administration is hell-bent on stopping climate change. So they say,
Oh, that dirty climate
and are
change.
willing
It's gonna
to
get
force
us.
American taxpayers to shell out $50 trillion over the years to help them do it.
Sure, why not? Yeah, that's my back pocket.
But here's the thing is, all right, according to the Daily Wire, President Joe Biden's deputy Energy Secretary David Turk was unable to explain to Senator John Kennedy how or why
Kennedy's
the
not.
U.S. going carbon neutral would help the planet
Is this the fight?
stave off global warming.
Is this the fight where he was like, are you going to answer me or not?
Yeah, let
Are
me
you
ask
gonna answer
again,
me or not?
Kennedy said.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not being clear.
Yeah, it
If
went
we
on
spend
for like 20
$50 trillion
minutes.
to become carbon neutral by 2050 in the United States of America, how much is that going to reduce world temperatures?
And the dude,
Again,
like,
no
literally
reply.
he would just talk about other random shit, like, that had nothing to do with it. And basically, it was like this 20 to 25 minute thing where Kennedy would say the same exact thing, the same question, and the dude would just talk about how beneficial this is going to be, how crazy this is going to be, it's going to change the world, everything's going to be amazing. And Kennedy's going to ask the same question. And finally, he just said, okay, I get that you're not going to answer the question because you don't have a fucking answer on how this is going to happen.
Well, you know, all the stupid carbon natural going green crap and everything like that is
It's
going
cows'
to
farts.
stop.
Eliminate cows.
It's going to stop in 2024 as soon as Biden gets out of office and Trump gets in or DeSantis gets in.
Yeah, either one of them would be
They're going to
pleasant.
shove it down to the ground.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So, again, the leftists not giving an answer on climate change, but apparently it's the most scariest thing ever besides COVID, of course.
And how about national news here for you that Lamar Jackson is now the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Who would imagine in 2023 that Lamar Jackson would be the highest paid, I think it's quarterback, in the NFL?
So he is
Can you
now
imagine?
the highest paid quarterback in the league, having successfully negotiated a 5-year term of $260 million deal with $185 million in guaranteed money, as announced last
And
Monday.
then talk about resurrections. The dude's got fucking Beckham Jr. As one of his main targets now as well.
So what he said is explained on Thursday of the negotiating process is different from just playing football, Jackson explained. You've got to put the game outside. Put the game in one part of your life and speak to a grown man with millions and billions of dollars and understand terms and different language. That's how you're supposed to negotiate, apparently. He also said that today we're going to keep it about the future, Jackson said during a news conference. And I'm not really worried about what happened in the past. He also did say, I really didn't care for other teams. I wanted to get something done here, and I wanted to be a Raven.
All about Baltimore. All about Baltimore.
Yeah. So we'll
But
see.
then now he's
Then
got to
he
worry
better
about
damn
Aaron
well
Rodgers.
make it to the Super
New York
Bowl then,
Jets.
huh? With that much money, he better damn well make it to the Super Bowl, huh?
Got to get by Rodgers and the Jets.
Yeah.
Before you get to national news, let's
Yes.
hop back to sports real quick. I know
All right.
I said that I would get back to that for everybody. Really quickly, NBA this time. Finals from yesterday, Saturday night. The Miami Heat take a 2-1 series lead as they defeat the New York Knicks 105-86. The Los Angeles Lakers take a 2-1 series lead as they beat the Warriors 127-97. Today we got 2 games for you, one at 2:30. Which will be the Boston Celtics at the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston leads that series 2-1. And the nightcapper will be in Phoenix as the Phoenix Suns host the Denver Nuggets. Denver has a 2-1 series lead there. That will start at 7 o'clock. This has been another edition of NTRN Sabouts. Back to you, Jennifer.
All right. So, there are new details that emerge about the allocation between the unstable New York City homeless man and the decorated Marine, okay? Criminal charges weighed, okay? So, law enforcement officials in New York City met on Thursday to determine whether criminal charges should be filed against the Marine veteran who killed Jordan Neely, the homeless man, okay? And this was during a subway, on the subway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Witnesses said that Neely, so the homeless man, embarked on an aggressive rant in the subway on Monday afternoon, moving erratically and allegedly screaming that he did not care if he went to jail. An unnamed individual, the former Marine, subdued Neely with the help of at least one other passenger, and the New York City medical examiner confirmed on Wednesday that Neely died from a chokehold and ruled the incident a homicide, although criminal proceedings would be necessary to determine intent or culpability. But, listen to this. Neely has had a record that includes 42 prior arrests between 2013 and 2021, while most of the arrests were related to turnstile jumping and other low criminal, low-level crimes. Mm-hmm. He was arrested 2 years ago for punching a 67-year-old female in the face and knocking her to the ground during a subway station. Also, he attempted to kidnap a 7-year-old girl who he was seen dragging down the street. So I think that we just got rid of a piece of shit, basically. I think the Marine was just doing his job.
Yeah, I think the Marines should be let go scot-free.
Yep.
We need more people like that to
Considering
get
there
rid
was a
of,
lot of phone calls that came forward to 911 saying that Neely was the one who started everything.
Yeah. If I had any place in this matter, yeah, he would be a free man.
Yep.
No question about it. He did a good job for the city, the people in that particular area, and there would be no more worries about the crimes that you just spoke of.
But we do know that New York City is very left, so let's see how this goes in the next
well, there's no question
few
that he's
days.
going to prison. Unfortunately, that's the sad part.
Yeah. I think he just did the police a job. You know, he just took care of the police's job, basically got another criminal off the street.
Well, yeah, of course he did. But unfortunately, he
and
wasn't.
protected his country.
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, he's not the police, and that's how they're gonna look at it, and blah blah blah. What else you got?
Well,
yes, I read about this
news.
earlier. This is spectacular, isn't it?
National news: the CDC director, Rochelle Walensky, announces her departure from the Public Health Agency. Some people think it's because of the COVID-19 public emergency no longer being available, but she said in a Friday statement, "I took on this role at your request with the goal of leaving behind the dark days of the pandemic and moving CDC and public health forward into a much better and more trusted place." That's what she says. She will cease her duties on June 30th. Biden, of course, lauded her work at the Public Health Agency, and then the director of the CDC, the actual commander-in-chief, said that she led a complex organization on the front lines of a once-in-a-generation pandemic with honesty and integrity. He also says that she leaves CDC a stronger institution, better positioned to comfort health threats and protect Americans. We have all benefited from her service and dedication to public health, and I wish her best in her next chapter. So,
really?
There you go.
Well, I can't
Wasn't
necessarily...
she the one who said that,
She's a prick.
Yeah.
She's a fucking prick.
Wasn't she the one who was more in the leftist pockets?
Yeah, she wasn't just in the leftist pocket. She was living in the leftist pocket.
Yeah.
So...
All right, so tomorrow, which is actually today, flags will be flown at half-staff in honor and remembrance of the 79 firefighters who died in 2022.
So do not forget to get those flags half-staff.
Half-staff, yes.
Continue.
The National Fallen Firefighters Foundation will be honoring 144 firefighters who have died in the line of duty, 79 who died in 2022, and 65 who died in the previous years. This memorial was originally in October, but switched to May because of unpredictable weather and the possibility of government shutdowns. So everyone fly your flags at half-staff.
That's right. Tomorrow for sure. Sunday.
Or today.
Today.
Yeah.
I started doing the show earlier, so I screwed up with that.
All right, well, how about this? Democrat donor, former gubernatorial...
Let me see, where are you at?
I don't even know. Gubernatorial?
Anyways... gubernatorial candidate pleads guilty to child pornography charges.
Surprise.
No surprise.
No. So he ran twice for governor of Maine. He has pleaded guilty for the charges of possessing child pornography. Elliot Cutler, 76. He pleaded guilty last Thursday. Authorities discovered thousands of images, videos, and pictures of children under the age of 12 being sexually abused in his possession. He will serve 9 months in jail for 4 counts of possessing sexual explicit material of a child under 12. Once released, I mean, 9 months in jail, that's nothing.
I was just going to say,
seriously, but
9
that's
months,
because
really?
he's a Democrat, I suppose. That's why.
Really? 9
Yeah,
months?
Yeah.
9 months.
But once
hopefully he doesn't make it that 9 months.
Yeah.
And somebody cuts his dick off and shoves it in his mouth.
I agree. But once he's released, he will have to register as a sex offender for the next 10 years. He'll be on probation for 6 years. And with his internet activity subject to monitoring, his electronic devices, home, emails, blah, 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 subject to monitoring, obviously. They'll also be subject to random searches. And in addition, he will pay $5,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
I mean,
It seems like he got scot-free.
That's good and all, but, that's the only thing that I would deem acceptable here is watching him be tortured for 2 to 3 hours.
But 9 months in jail, not even prison, in jail. That's it.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why I would love to just see him be tortured for 2 to 3 hours. Waterboarding or something.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
Taking maybe one of those, those high-powered lighters and just sticking it to his skin for 10 hours and let it just burn a hole right through his skin. Something,
He was a former attorney, too, so maybe this is why. Because he's in the system already and stuff like that, so he gets out scot-free. Why
I
is
just
it
think
that
something
way?
as painful as what he did needs to be done to him.
Yeah,
so,
but why does he get out scot-free? I mean, anyone else who has these charges will not get out scot-free.
Well, people that tend to get out scot-free like this, that have connections, Democratic Party, this and that, they tend to be, how can I put it, ended before their sentence is over. So
hopefully he's not going to prison, though. That's the only thing.
You just have to pray. Jail's no different. Is this New York?
Well, he's the governor of Maine.
Governor of Maine. Okay, well.
He was twice ran for governor of Maine.
Okay. Like I said, the word gets around quite quickly. It doesn't take anybody, awaiting a trial for, say, 30 or 40 years in prison to just give him a good old-fashioned shanking in the holding cell. So, go ahead. Local news.
All right, so North Dakota
this is Deep River Falls, Red Lake Falls, Crookston, Grand Forks, Fargo, all that good stuff.
Yes, so North Dakota issues a second emergency in months, providing relief from the Central Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations.
What?
It pertains to the hours of service for commercial motor vehicles transporting agricultural-related items.
Oh.
So, carriers should not be allowed to be fatigued, basically, okay? So if there's a fatigued driver operating the motor vehicle, that's a no-no. If they come to you and say they need rest, they shall be given at least 10 consecutive hours off duty before they return.
Too bad that didn't happen with the railroad.
Effective through June 4th, but now it is to remain until June 30th. Vehicles hauling undivisible, oversized, overweight loads will need to obtain a permit. However, ton-mile fees will be waived. And that's the new emergency issues.
Yeah, that's, like I said, that's great and all, but, that solves maybe one problem, but the Department of Transportation is just in a violent, scary shitstorm on all aspects, from the railroad to trucking to everything, shipping, just the list goes on and on. Go ahead.
So, Denver City Council member, this is national news, Denver City Council member, basically her name is Candy Sidibaka, okay? This is the one who believes that we stole land and labor and stolen resources. That capitalism was built on stolen land, stolen labor, and stolen resources, and that tax white-owned businesses should give it back to black, brown-owned businesses.
Well, first off, how about you take your fist and shove it directly up your ass, Candy, okay? And then I want you to explain to me very precisely and very clearly who the Indians killed and put into slavery when they conquered the North American continent. Okay? And if you think that I'm giving any money to lazy, drug-dealing, criminal black people because of what you have stated, well, I don't know what to tell you besides putting a loaded gun to your mouth.
Well, see, and this is Denver again. Denver, there's so many problems that happen in Denver. Denver allows, the transgenders, what started there first,
It's now the hub of just every type of bullshit you can think of.
Yep.
But people like Candy just need to be eliminated. I mean, it's
to me, Candy seems like another alien Omar.
Alien Omar, like we have here in Minnesota, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It just, if it's so bad here, I don't know exactly where she's from.
Go back to where you came from.
Ilya Omar, for example. Well, no one's stopping you from going back to, Mogadishu in Somalia and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can gladly go right back.
I don't know where Candy is from, but she can go back to where she came from too.
But listen to that name, Candy. It just illuminates intelligence. Candy.
Yeah.
Previously, she was a stripper on the Las Vegas Strip.
Right.
But, enough of this reparations talk. It's not going to happen, and you're not going to get any money from me.
No.
I'll tell you that. So any black person thinking they're going to get money from any white people in general, I'm sad to say you're fucked.
Yeah.
So,
how about local news again? How about the Nordic Festival starts
holy shit,
May
are we talking
12th
about something
of 2023 in Thief Falls.
The Nordic Festival
It's hosted by the Snore Lounge
of Norway.
Sons of Norway.
The Sons of Norway.
Yes. The flags from all Scandinavian countries will be displayed all around town.
Displayed all over town.
The festival will last until Monday, May 22nd.
That would be the Monday, May 22nd.
The schedule is as follows. Saturday the 13th is Oofta Day.
Oofta Day.
At the Petter Ingolstead Pioneer Village.
Pioneer Village from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Monday, May 15th, Justin Spenner concert at Northland.
Justin Timberlake concert here at Deep River Falls.
Justin Spenner concert at Northland Community and Technical College Theater at 7 p.m. Tuesday, May 16th, Debbie Miller speaks at the Public Library at 7 p.m.
Debbie Miller speaks at Public Library at 7 p.m.
And how about this? Wednesday at the Eagles Club at 6 p.m. A smorgasbord dinner with Torsk and pork chops will be served.
You gotta be from northern Minnesota in general. Torsk, they don't know nothing about Torsk in the south, Minnesota, but Torsk and pork chops is served at the Eagles Club.
What a meal! Only 200 tickets will be sold.
You gotta buy these tickets up, people. I want to buy these tickets up. This
Reservations
is May 12th. By calling 218
by May 12th.
I'm sorry, 686 0733. The Norwegian Festival Scandinavia. Come out, y'all. That is NTR local news for today.
All right. So, how about this?
National
news. We're going to go back to, let's say, an American superstar on a can. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did we already talk about this?
She was a member of the Broadway musical The Book of Mormon.
Yeah, the Book of Mormon's backing her up as well.
Mormon.
Yeah,
Mormon,
it's like
Mormon to moron.
Well,
I'll say
thank
moron.
God that you guys are super relevant. You know, like it makes a difference. So.
Well, one of the people, anyway, says that we are really proud of you for making an American superstar on your can.
Good. Find an island and get together and suck each other's dicks.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Or vaginas.
Nasty,
or
nasty,
whatever you
nasty.
have.
Gross, gross, gross.
Oh, and take all the Bud Light with you, too.
So, the farmers...
This is what you were going to talk about.
The national
NTR
news.
National News.
The Farmer's Almanac makes a prediction for Minnesota summer. Broiling and wet is in store for the entire north central U.S. Heat will seem unbearable for some areas from late June to early September.
God.
Temperatures will soar at times into the 90s and even above the 100s.
That makes me feel so happy
It also
that I'm working for the railroad and going to be outside in this stuff pretty much all day and night.
Yep. It also predicts
Cool.
that May 8th through the 11th, you'll have severe thunderstorms that will bring tornadoes and damaging winds to Minnesota, Iowa,
Yes,
North Dakota,
this is only 2 days away.
South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri.
I spoke about this in the newscast.
All right.
No, it's going to be really bad starting on the 8th, mostly into the 9th. It's supposed to be spooky weather.
Spooky weather. Ooh.
Okay, we're
How about some more local news?
You do it.
All
You do
right.
it.
For all you flower gardeners out there, your wish has come true. Honker Flats is back and open and ready to go for
What?
another amazing season.
The hell is Honker Flats?
It's a flower nursery.
Ah.
So celebrating 49 years, located by Middle River, Honker Flats has a full and ready potted nursery, planters, and everything else a gardener needs. Also check out their bare root barn for some fruit trees, shrubs. I put shrugs. I don't know why I did that, but shrubs. Or even trees in general, and get a bargain at the same time. Call 218-222-3484 for any questions or even the perfect Mother's Day gift.
Say that number one more time for everybody.
Call 218-222-3484, and they are
Excellent.
open 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week, and that is Honker's Flats.
Okay, any last words? I know that you do.
I do. I actually have, we almost finished it. We had two more things to finish, 2 more stories.
Yeah.
Number one
sadly.
story is that Fenway Park is actually leaving their Bud Light and Budweiser vendors high and dry, and there was an actual video that
Yeah, let me put it
posted
this
on
way.
that.
If you're at any sporting event, don't sell Bud Light or Budweiser.
No.
Because you will be making negative money.
No, yeah, I know. And the quote of the day is, "It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts." And that is from Ella Fitzgerald.
Okay. Virtual high five
Yes.
for another great show.
Have a good night, everyone.
Okay, so for NTRN Daily special Saturday night edition, we will be most likely back tomorrow with a daily, a special edition of Daily. If not, we'll be back on Tuesday for sure. This has been a special edition of Saturday Night NTRN Daily. So long, everybody.
I know 'cause I tried acid. Now I see through your habits, just like gadgets. You tell me with the two hands, I'm too bad. Wonder what your things are like. Need me to get your bills paid. That's what you said. Well, guess I'm just too fake for that. So sit down, listen, think for a minute. Know it might be hard 'cause you're uneducated. Break down, face it, breathe for a minute. I'm about to help you with your manners and respect. You get it? Just uneducated. But this so but you make it. One day, manners and respect. I'm a realist. I see your actions like an itchy clitoris. I never listen to the critics. They try to steal you from your feelings for cash. You tell me with the two hands, I'm too bad. Wonder what your things are like. Need me to get your bills paid. That's what you said. Well, guess I'm just too fake for that. So sit down, listen, think for a minute. Know it might be hard 'cause you're uneducated. Break down, face it, breathe for a minute. I'm about to help you with your manners and respect. Second chance, so take it till we feel the man. You never listen, think too fast. But one day you'll understand. So sit down, listen, think for a minute. Know it might be hard 'cause you're uneducated. Break down, face it, breathe for a minute. I'm about to help you with your manners and respect. You get it? Just uneducated, just a little bit. But this so but you make it. One day, manners and respect. Respect.
For another great episode of NTRN Daily with co-host Jennifer Gregerson, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and most popular major streaming sites and services, along with select terrestrial markets and stations around the nation. Valhalla Beard and Body, Gentle Lady Boutique, Patriot Shit Outfitters at patriotshit.com, and of course, Art Bell. Because if he wasn't around back in the day, we wouldn't be right here tonight. All opinions, thoughts, views, and ideas are exclusive only to NTR Daily and the Night Talks Radio Network. The preceding content is for you and you only, and for you to judge. It is not our intention here at NTR Daily, the Night Talks Radio Network, or Night Talks Radio Live to change your belief, sway your opinion, purposely give you false or misinformation. However, we will give the bold truth, which some people just can't take. If that's the case, you can simply turn the dial or turn NTR Daily off. All full-length music tracks heard on tonight's show are licensed to the Night Talks Radio Network for use from Epidemic Sound. For further information, check out www.epidemicsound.com. All independent artists, groups, or bands are also under licensing for use by the Night Talks Radio Network, properly fulfilling all copyright commitments to Spreaker.com. Copyright 2023, NTRN Daily, Night Talks Radio Live, and the Night Talks Radio Network. And for me, Daniel Brewer, saying, until the next time, stay safe, and remember, they are listening. So long, everybody.